A big blow to our Big 12 brethren. Cam Rising has announced that after 7 years of college football, he is being medically forced to retire from the Utah Utes. And I know there was some part of the Utah fan base holding out the hope that he would not be done, but it appears that that is the case here. After starting his career at UT, also in the Big 12 at the time, he goes to Utah, goes to a couple Rose Bowls, wins a couple Pac-12 championships, certainly one of the legends of that program. Right up there with Alex Smith, legends of the Utah Utes football program. But he made it clear in his announcement of his retirement that it was the hand injury that he suffered in the Baylor game last December that is ending his career, which led to a tirade from Utah fans on social media. Unsurprisingly, even though a lot of them had come to the Baylor side after our beef with BYU and the tampering and the money and the Rob Wright thing, they're not on Baylor's side anymore. Maybe once in a blue moon, when they start talking about the Cougars, they'll come back, but they're pissed. And they've been calling out Baylor fans on social media. It's been a back and forth. And it led me to go back and watch the play. So obviously I can't play it because it's from a broadcast, so I can't do that. But it's Treven who is, tackling / wrapping up Cam Rising. They go out of bounds. Rising goes into the water cooler. It does something to his finger, to his hand. He actually does come back later in the season, suffers a different injury, and now says it's the hand. I can't do it with the hand again, right? I believe that. And so the question that I first saw was, did Treven Ma'ai end Cam Rising's career? Based on what we heard of why he's retiring, yes, Treven Ma'ai did kind of end Cam Rising's career. Was it dirty? I still say no. 8 months later, 8 months after the fact, it's not a dirty play. It's an unfortunate play. It's a really unfortunate one at the time because he gets knocked out of the game and now ends his career. It's doubly unfortunate. But it's not a dirty play. And I know Utah fans are still sticking by that. And at first, like genuinely in real time when I saw it, or the first replay when I saw it in September, I said, oh boy, that's a little nasty. That's kind of a dirty play there. Like that was my first thought. But then I realized, oh yeah, and I think every sports fan should realize this as it's happening. Oh yeah, I'm watching this in slow motion. Because when you watch the play, Treven Ma'ai, Rising is out of the pocket. He's running. Ma'ai has him wrapped up, okay? And he's going towards the sideline. And you see, once they get over the sideline, he lets go. That's what you're supposed to do as a football player. Let's go. But the downside of that is physics, okay? They're two really big guys with a lot of padding that are going full speed, and then all of a sudden he lets him go. And he's trying to get out of the way, and I think he kind of hits, like as he's trying to get out of the way, kind of hits Cam on the way down, and he goes into the water cooler. They take out an athletic trainer. It's a nasty scene, and Rising's out for the game. This was not Treven Ma'ai with one arm on him, riding him out of bounds, and then pushing him with two hands. That's not what it was. That's what Utah fans want to think it was, but it's not, okay? And anybody who's played any sport with a helmet will tell you that, like in that moment with Treven Ma'ai, all you can see is, Cam Rising, the back of his jersey. You can't really see where out of bounds is. Once he gets there, obviously the whole bench is yelling low, let up, let up. And he does. And Cam Rising at that point is right in front of the water cooler. This was not intentional. This was not dirty. It was not a cheap shot. I'll agree with you. It's bang unfortunate that it ended Cam Rising's career. That sucks. But it's not dirty. It's not what you think it is. This is not Ndamukong Suh in the Lions days. Not at all, man. And this doesn't count for whether it was dirty or not. But from Baylor fans, the context that it was Treven Ma'ai, who's like the nicest, most mild-mannered guy ever, like that's who it happens to, or he's, I guess it happened to Cam. I don't want to say Treven Ma'ai is the victim here. But like, that's just a weird feeling. You can be a nice guy and be a dirty player. I think Rodney Harrison's a nice guy. He was kind of a dirty player at times. Like it happens. But it is kind of interesting that Treven is the one who's caught up in the middle of that. So nice, so soft-spoken, so mild-mannered. If you saw him on the Pete Souza show, who does a lot of Baylor stuff, by the way, Pete Souza, he did an interview with Treven a few weeks ago, and he was so kind, so nice. And you just hear that guy, and you're like, yeah, he intentionally ended Cam Rising's career. It's not true. And in reality, 2 quarterbacks' careers were ended in that game. One was Cam Rising and the other was Daquan Finn. I feel for Cam, though. Like, he battled a ton of injuries. I know this is the one that's kind of the straw that broke the camel's back, but it would have been very tough for Cam Rising to be playing any more football next year anyway because of all the injuries he's had in the past. But he got a 7-year career out of it. It's unfortunate that it ended that way, but it was not a dirty play. So did Baylor end Cam's career? Cam Rising, not me. Try as they might, as much as they might like to end my career. They did. Baylor did end Cam Rising's career. They didn't do it in a dirty way. No chance. And I'm using the term like ended the career pretty liberally here because, again, Cam Rising did appear in another game. He did come back and play in another game. But it's like Boobie Miles in the Friday Night Lights movie, right? Like that first game ended his career. He came back for 2 plays and was messed up after that. Same thing that happened to Cam Rising, right? So yeah, I don't understand how I watched the replay like 14 times this weekend. When you consider the fact that we're in slow motion here and not in real time, I think you start to realize, oh, this was just unfortunate. This is just the unfortunate effect of a hard football play and guys playing full speed at a contact sport. Maybe that's just my 2 cents. I'd love to hear what you guys think, especially if you're a Utah fan. I would love to hear what you guys think. Are you still holding that grudge against Baylor, against Treven? Are you going to be out for some revenge in Waco in 2025? Because I did see some fans looking to end Sawyer Robertson's career, which I don't know, kind of stinks, but hey, passion rules all of us at some point. Let me know in the comment section below. Be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel. Find us on YouTube, wherever you get your podcasts as well. I appreciate you guys making it your first listen today and every day. Help us on the road towards 4,000 subscribers. We're so close. We're so close. And we need your guys' help. All the Baylor news, all the Big 12 news going on around it. It's your one-stop shop right here.